well. Quite honest with you, I ain't really sleep well. You ever feel like your train of thought's been derailed? That's when you press on, lean in. Half the population just waiting to see me fail. Yeah, right, you better off trying to freeze hell. Some of us do it for the females, and others do it for the retail. But I do it for the kids, life through the tower in on. Every time you fall, it's only making your chin strong. And I'll be in your corner like Nick, baby, till the end of when you hear a song from that big lady. Until the referee rings the bell, until both your eyes start to swell, until the crowd goes home. What we gonna do, y'all? Give 'em hell, turn the heads. Gonna live life till we're dead. Give me scars, give me pain. Then they say of me, say of me, say of me. There goes the fighter. There goes the fighter.
There you go, Gym Class Heroes. There goes the fighter. And that's what we've been doing, right? We've been fighting it. We get knocked down and we're getting back up again. That's kind of the story of this company, everybody, is that there's never been an easy time. We fight a good fight. We're in the human capital business. We're in the problem-solving business. Every day that comes along, it supplies new problems for us to solve. And if you can think about it in that perspective, is that we're not in the people business as much as we are in the problem-solving business, is that humans invariably dial up new problems for you to solve every single day. And if you go throughout your day, you're finding yourself, you're solving a time card problem, you're solving a problem with, is somebody late for work? Am I talking to the customer? It's a constant problem-solving environment. And we get knocked down quite a bit. And we just get back up and do the next thing. Success is not about winning every single day. Success is not about having a great day every day. Success is about getting knocked down and getting back up, moving a little bit forward, getting knocked down, fail, succeed, and you got to keep trying. And what happens along that way with all those failures is that you learn a little bit each day. You learn a little bit more about what your craft is, what you're good at, what the market's giving you, and what you can do with it. And again, you're solving problems every day, and not every day is pretty. Some days, the bear gets you, and sometimes you get the bear. But I can tell you what, there's one thing that I know about this industry is that I've laughed more than I've cried, and that's true. So anyway, there's that. So I'm going to get right into the numbers. I'm going to try and make this quick. This is a review of week ending 8/12 or week 34. And if we jump right into Charleston saw a little bit of a downtick week to week. Dee was in there by herself while Josh was off running through the bogs or whatever it is that you do in Mississippi. I think that's where he was. MISSISIPPI, I think is how you spell it, right? Is that how that old thing goes? So 2,475 hours for Dee and company, her and Josh down there. But Dee did it all herself last week. But they are working on some new clients. They're staffing existing ones, but they're doing pretty good. Without a lot of guidance. I've been giving them as much as I can, but I knew I do. I get sucked up back to Pittsburgh quite a bit for a number of different things. So great job, you two. Keep on keeping on. Let's move it over to Delmont. Katrina was crushed that she did not reach the 3,000 hour mark. She was at 2,917. Katrina, Brent, Yvonne, over there, pulling the sled. They were up 137 hours week over week into week 34. Week 33, they were up 367. See, the worm is starting to turn out there, Delmont. I told you, and we're inching closer and closer to this September 6th date that I keep talking about with the end of the federal unemployment kicker. So we'll see, what the reality of that is moving forward. But it looks like, it's a combination of things that they're doing out there. They're putting out flyers. Yvonne's working CareerLink. There's some interesting stories there. They're obviously still making calls, emails. They're using Haley. It's just really a combination of success and team focus out there. So great trajectory, Delmont, good work out there. AOG and True Foods, well, they're not seeing such bright, shiny days these days. We've seen a little bit of a turnover and some things that we had out there. But, again, what I said from the beginning of the video, you don't always win every day. You get knocked down, you fail, you learn from your mistakes, you get back up. That's what we do, and that's what happened there, and that's what we're going to continue to do. So they were down 543 hours. That was a significant bunch. They rolled in Liz, Renee, Samuel, Sam Madler was a participant in that, at 2,391 hours for AOG True Foods. If we jump over to PCNA and Leads, really interesting stuff there. Now, ironically, Liz has had a hand in what's happening up there with some of the center folks and some of the coordination of the van with Scott Ursa. Their head count, actually, Lisa and Shannon, your head count stayed the same, identical. It was 95 week over week. You had 19 starts and 19 terms. So you held your ground, but hours went up, 227. So you finished at 3,586, which are very, very respectable numbers. I know that you've had some help up there with a couple different things, but man, Lisa and Shannon just staying in there with all the curveballs that you get thrown from COVID to go chase this, to go, any number of things that you're helping out our partners up there, PCNA, with. It's amazing sometimes to see what you all are accomplishing. So good work there. Where are we at next? Oh, the McMurray branch comes in at 317 hours. Great job, nobody. The McMurray branch is unmanned right now until we get a branch manager there, but still it rang in 317 hours. Moving on to Pittsburgh, Shauna and Jasmine. It looks like they had a slight uptick of 77 hours to 2,110. That's 2,110 hours for Shauna and Jasmine over there. The prior week, they had a 321 hour uptick. They had a 77 hour uptick last week. So if you combined Pittsburgh, McMurray, True Foods, Leeds, Delmont, and Charleston, that gives us a grand total of 14,129 hours across the board, everybody. We've been holding steady at that number. We could be in a lot worse shape with the market, the way it's been with people. But you've all found a way, and that's what this industry gives you. Sometimes you just have to find a way. Sometimes it doesn't work for you. You have to make it work for you. You have to make your own luck. When I talk about phone calls and interviews in time, this is an entrepreneurial business. Is that you have to constantly be saying to yourself, is right now what am I doing? What I'm doing right now leading to a fill? How am I using time? They say the difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they use their time. And I heard that quote, I can't remember where it was from, but recently, but it's true. You could spend your time during your day on Facebook. You could spend your time talking to your friends or texting your significant other or whatever it is. But the more efficiently you use your time in the staffing business, because that's really what we're selling, is we're selling our time and our ability to recruit people, to gather them and sell them to clients. So the more efficiently we use that time, the more people we can get, the bigger our paychecks become. That's kind of how that works. Now, the corporate team is doing exceptionally well with some of the things that we're moving ahead on. If you hadn't heard us talk about it, there's this book called Traction by Gino Wickman. This is really a business development book, and it really provides us with guidelines on structure, goals, core competencies, what our core values are, and it sort of packages some of the things we've learned in previous books in Good to Great, the E-Myth Revisited, Scale, and all those things are sort of culminate itself in this particular book. And it's going to allow us to roll out some things company-wide that'll be really, really unique for the growth of the company and sort of help us keep us within our goals and help us, move into the future. So let's see, I'm at 11:06 right now. I talked about the hours. I talked about, everybody on the team. The corporate group, Angie, Nicole, Martha, Christina, Holly, all just doing tremendous amounts out there, not only in the field, but, we've been having corporate meetings once a week, or we're adding them up to week in and week out. And the whole point of that thing is to provide a better system, a better environment for everybody on the team. We have a new person starting this coming Tuesday. We still have needs for folks in both the Delmont branch as well as we need 2 for PCNA. We're looking to get the McMurray branch back up and running. Our target date is October 1st. So we'll see how that goes. And other than that, we're doing real good. I'm pleased with us being able to maintain the water level we've maintained. And just 2 other programming notes, and then I'll let you go. Please stay with Facebook. I know there's some automated response there. Go back and check to make sure if there's anybody that didn't come in, please try and go back and get them in. If you're not running Facebook ads or you need me to run them, please get them up and running. My Haley is working pretty good. We do need to make sure that the job descriptions in there are robust and they're talking about hours and explanation of the job and a little bit a blurb about commercial temp to hire. So you want a nice, rich job explanation in there. And the other key to those jobs is you need to repeat keywords like production, production associate needed. Production moving boxes, production. So the more times that you say that word production in the ad, when somebody does a search for production on the computer, it's going out and trying to find the most relevant hits. If our ad has the word production in it, say 10 times, and another ad has it only in there once, the way Google and a lot of the search engines work, it's called a Boolean search. The most relevant is the one with more production words in it. So I know 10 seems like a lot, and Holly's like, don't tell them that. Secondly, please be mindful of what is pushing to the job board. I've seen in a bunch of instances where all the jobs were filled on Aviante, and it actually stopped or archived the job from going into the job board and then moving and pushing out to Indeed or ZipRecruiter. So just be mindful of that. If you have 5 open positions, you should have 5 job orders up through the system. You should almost have a job order for, obviously for every client. You're going to have light clients, but you want to make sure that you're using that for as much as you possibly can. Other than that, I'm already at 15 minutes. I know that this was a little bit long, but great job, everybody. We're getting closer to September. The fourth quarter is right around the corner. I appreciate everybody's efforts. I will be on vacation next week. Finally, it's been since November since I've had we've had any time off. But other than that, thank you very much. Good work last week, and may you have continued success this week. And remember, you don't always win. You're going to get knocked down. The trick is get back up, keep trucking, and it's the fighter at the end of the day. So anyway, have a great week. I'll see you all later.